Imagine an empire that did not conquer territories with bayonets, but with the smell of grease and the hypnotic glow of golden arches. Today, McDonald's occupies 40,000 spots across the globe. If you look from above, you won't just see fast food joints. You will see the most strategic positions on a global chessboard. What most people ignore, while chewing a low-cost sandwich, is that they are sitting inside one of the greatest masterstrokes in the history of capitalism. The secret does not lie in the beef, nor in the special sauce. The secret is hidden beneath the concrete. Ray Kroc was not a cook. He was a ruthless chess player who understood that to win the game, you don't need to sell the strongest piece. You need to own the board where everyone else plays. We go back to 1954, San Bernardino, California. The air is hot, and Ray Kroc, a late-career milkshake machine salesman, observes the McDonald brothers. They had created an anomaly, the speedy service system. It was a symphony of efficiency, a mechanical ballet where a burger was ready in 30 seconds. To the brothers, it was cooking. To Kroc, it was a siege weapon. He saw what no one else did. That system was replicable, like a genetic code that could infect the world. But there was a problem in the middle game. The brothers were purists, satisfied with their tiny suburban kingdom. Kroc, however, was already visualizing the checkmate. He didn't just want the method, he wanted the scale. He wanted every corner of America to be a piece of his own vision. The rise was swift, yet nearly fatal. Kroc was expanding, selling franchises as if there were no tomorrow. But the money wouldn't stay with him. He was trapped in a one-sided contract, receiving crumbs from burger sales while debts piled up like captured pieces. He was winning the war of visibility, but losing the war of cash flow. McDonald's was on the verge of becoming a footnote in business history. A brilliant idea executed by a broken man. That was when fate placed a new player at the table. A man who knew nothing about kitchens, but understood mathematics and power. The game was about to change hands, and the most important piece hadn't even been moved yet. Success is a fog that blinds the reckless. In 1956, Ray Kroc was at the peak of his frustration, operating in the red while the golden arches multiplied. He was playing the wrong game. It was then that Harry Sonneborn, a cold and calculating financial genius, walked into his office with a devastating truth. Ray, you're not in the burger business. You're in the real estate business. Sonneborn realized that real power didn't come from teaching teenagers how to fry meat, but from controlling the land underneath the fryer. He proposed a flank maneuver. Instead of earning a percentage of sales, McDonald's should buy the land, build the stores, and charge rent to the franchisees. The hamburger was just a pretext to secure possession of the land. This was the seed of the turnaround. The decision was made behind the scenes, far from the eyes of the McDonald brothers. Kroc created the franchise Realty Corp. The move was of a cruel elegance. McDonald's would take out loans to buy the land, use the franchisees' rent to pay off the debt, and, in the end, keep the appreciated property and the surplus profit. The franchisee worked 18 hours a day to pay McDonald's for the right to occupy McDonald's own space. It was a perfect loop. The risk was enormous. Kroc put everything he had on the board. If consumption dropped, he would lose his paper empire. But if it worked, he would no longer be a food supplier. He would be the feudal lord of a new corporate era. The tension between Kroc and the McDonald brothers reached a boiling point. While the brothers focused on the quality of the pickle, Kroc was buying up America. He was silently removing the foundations from under the feet of the original founders. Sonneborn had given Kroc the night needed to leap over contractual barriers. The secret was safe. Franchisees thought they were buying a dream of owning their own business, but they were actually financing the land acquisition of the corporation. The seed of the turnaround was planted with the coldness of a chess computer. First, the control of the territory, then the annihilation of the competition. The stage was set for the greatest corporate coup d'etat ever seen. The final checkmate was not against the market, but against the creators themselves. In 1961, Ray Kroc finally decided to remove the McDonald brothers from the board, once and for all. He offered $2.7 million, an astronomical sum at the time, but an insult compared to the real value of the empire. The brothers accepted, but made a fatal mistake. They trusted a handshake agreement for a 0.5% royalty. In corporate chess, an agreement that is not on paper is a pawn sacrificed for no reason. Kroc didn't just buy the name, he bought the soul of the company. And as soon as the ink dried, he built a McDonald's right across the street from the brothers' original diner, driving them into bankruptcy. It was an absolute commercial fratricide, with total control and Sonneborn's real estate model working like a Swiss watch. McDonald's began its geopolitical invasion. They didn't just expand as a company, they expanded like a sovereign state. Wherever McDonald's arrived, local infrastructure changed. The land beneath the Golden Arches became the safest asset in the world. Financial crises could destroy banks, but people kept eating cheap burgers, and franchisees kept paying the rent. The company became immune to food market fluctuations because its true balance sheet was anchored to the value of the square meter. The secret began to leak in elite circles. McDonald's was a real estate fund disguised as a clown. Tension mounted as the world realized that McDonald's held control of locations that no government wanted to sell. They were on the Champs-Élysées in Paris, in Red Square in Moscow, in every nerve center of major metropolises. The competitors' pieces began to fall. The fast food model was copied, but no one could copy the property portfolio. McDonald's held the first move advantage in every new city. The market reacted with astonishment upon discovering that during years of recession, the company's profits went up. Why? Because when the economy tightens, land value is the ultimate refuge. The king was protected by concrete walls and unbreakable lease contracts. Today, McDonald's owns over $40 billion in real estate assets to unrailroad $15,000, one of 30,000. And they are, technically, the largest real estate company in the world, surpassing giants that don't even sell a single pickle. Ray Kroc died in 1984, but his masterstroke continues to operate on autopilot. The empire he built does not depend on how good the burger is, but on how valuable the location where it is served truly is. The outcome of this story shows us that true wealth is not in what you produce, but in what you control. The golden board remains intact, while the pieces, the customers, the employees, the franchisees, continue to move according to the rules established 7 decades ago. The corporate psychology lesson here is profound and, for some, disturbing. To now grow 15,000 to 130,000. McDonald's exploited the human desire for consistency and familiarity to finance an unprecedented territorial domination. They understood that human behavior is predictable. In a world of uncertainties, people seek what they know. And while they chase that familiar taste, they validate the value of the land beneath their feet. It is a perfect symbiosis between the basic need for food and the advanced strategy of capital accumulation. Kroc's legacy is a monument to long-term vision, sacrificing immediate profit from the product to secure eternal ownership of the asset. Reflect on your own strategy. Are you focused on selling your burger or on building your land? To unearth to sacred 15,000. Iridaus Nimardas and 30,000. Most people spend their lives playing as pawns, reacting to the moves of others, focused on the short term and immediate survival. McDonald's teaches us that financial freedom and real power come from creating self-sustaining systems, where your product is merely the bait for something much bigger and far more stable. The board does not forgive those who do not know the rules. In the chess game of life, you either plan your own masterstroke, or you become a part of someone else's move. McDonald's real estate empire is a constant reminder that the invisible governs the visible. If this analysis opened your eyes to the behind-the-scenes plays of the business world, you need to be prepared for the next move. The board is always shifting. Leave your comment below on which other corporation you believe hides a secret beneath its business model. Subscribe so you don't miss the next major revelation in this documentary series. The game has only just begun. Checkmate.